Good afternoon. All right, so this is my first chance to really get a video done today, and we're going to review the first 5 games. As Martin Luther King once said, I have a dream. That dream is to have NHL hockey all day long. Available on ESPN, Sportsnet, TSN, Anyways, all right, that being said, we're going to start things off. I always thought it was weird, MLK Jr. Day, and so hockey all day. Anyways, we'll start things off talking about San Jose and Buffalo, because I know that's the one people are anxious about. But look at this. The Tony the Tiger Magnets. I've only got 4. This board almost uses them all up. Goalies are having themselves a day. And there's the potential for a shutout in the game that's on this board back here, which I've covered because spoilers. All right, so Kakinen versus Luukkonen in this one. So Finn versus Finn. Early edge for the Sharks. And it's nice, too, because, of course, Sharks have fins. So there's a lot of Finn in this. Pressed by the Sharks at 3 minutes. Bailey has a rush chance, that's held. Jokiharju has a blast that's caught and held. The Sharks press at 5.5 minutes. Vlasic to Hurdle, near miss there. The shots are 4-2 San Jose at the half. Sabres press with 8.5 minutes left. Ryan Johnson has a shot that's caught and held. Thompson has a chance that's blocked. The Sabres play really picked up late in the period. We get a power play for the Sharks, or pressed by the Sharks in the final minute, I should say. And then Cousins has a rush chance that's defended. Does not get to the net. It's scoreless after 1. And it was just as exciting as one might think when it's an hour earlier than expected and it's a Buffalo-San Jose game. Second period, Thompson has a slot shot that's fired high. Cunnin has a rush chance. He fires that wide. Sabres press at 3 minutes. There's a mask save on Jokiharju. The teams exchange rushes. Sharks press at 5 minutes. The shots are 4-3. San Jose 6.5 minutes in. Middlestad gets denied from the slot. Sabres press at the half. Eventually they get the lead. And it's Casey Middlestad scoring from Opozo and Ryan Johnson at 11:34. He wires that one from the slot. We then get a power play for Buffalo, and they score on it at 14:37. It is Tuck from Quinn and Middlestad. So Middlestad with a goal and a helper thus far. It was a one-timer wide open in the slot. Really not great. And I understand it's penalty kill, but not great coverage during that kill. Power play for San Jose. That's killed off. Eklund has a one-timer that's held. The Sharks press in the final minute. So it's 2-0 Buffalo after 2. Third period. Early press by the Sharks. There's a rush chance for Power. That's saved. I'm used to saying power play, and I see Power, and I wanted to say power play, and totally caught myself there. Shots are 2-1 for San Jose at 3 minutes. Thompson has a net drive. That's held. The Sharks press at 5 minutes. We get a power play for Buffalo. That's killed off. The Sharks get a power play. That was killed off as well. Shots are 7-2 for San Jose with 9 minutes left. So it doesn't stay that way. We get a power play for the Sabres. That's killed off. Peterka has a shot that's held. Goalie pull happens with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left. And eventually Greenway hits the empty net at 16:34. Middlestad and Dahlin with the assists. So Middlestad with 3 points today. Buffalo wins 3-0. They go to 19-21-4 with the win. San Jose 10. 31-3 with the loss. Shots on net, 8-7 San Jose in the first, 12 apiece in the second, 16-8 Buffalo in the third. Final shots, 35-28 Buffalo. Power plays, San Jose 0-2, Buffalo 1-2. The hits, 28-14 San Jose. Kakinen saves 32 out of 34. He was very good. But Luukkonen, 28 saves for the shutout. Really pretty good game for Luukkonen today. Good on him. All right, next up, New Jersey and Boston. So again, you see the Tony the Tiger Magnet because the goalies are great so far today. It's Dawes versus Swayman, and much like this game, both goalies played really well. So near miss for Coyle on a turnover. Holtz has a net feed that's picked off. McAvoy to Pasternak gets blocked. Shots are 3-0 Boston at 5 minutes. Marino boards Zacha, so Boston goes to the power play there. And then we get 16 seconds of 5-on-3. The Bruins score, but the goal is offside, so that comes off the board. And then the Devils finish killing the 5-on-3. Mercer has a chance that's held. Dawes, just really the story in that first period. Had a great first period. Geeky to JVR, near miss there. And so it's scoreless after 1. Second period, the teams exchange rushes. And on Boston's rush, they score. Coyle from Marchand and Pasternak at 30 seconds. He backhands that one in close. Nice goal by Charlie Coyle. It's 1-0 Boston. Devils press at 8 minutes. Smith, who exited in the first, still out for New Jersey. Brendan Smith would not come back into the game. Lindy Ruff after the game saying it's a leg injury. So we'll see what happens with him. Things get pushed on a hold by Swayman. Boquist has a rush chance that's blocked. We get 2 minutes of 4-on-4. Devils press at the half. Frederick gets denied. The puck's cleared. Boston had some momentum and the lead, of course. Pressed by Boston with 5 minutes left. Then there's a beautiful kick saved by Swayman on ball. Puck's cleared out. Devils press with 2.5 minutes left, and then Bastion's denied and close. Swayman had himself a game. It's 1-0 Boston after one. Second period, Devils press at 1.5 minutes. Bastion has a chance, that's held. Geeky nearly buries one at the net. We then get a power play for Boston, and at 3 minutes and 20 seconds, they score on it. It's Pasternak from McAvoy and Marchand. It's a one-timer from the left circle. It's 2-0 Boston. McLeod's then denied on a rush. The Bruins go back to the power play. Pretty aggressive kill by the Devils. They do kill that off. We then get a power play for the Devils with 7:16 left, and Boston kills that off as well. McLeod then has another rush. That one's held. Goalie pull happens with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, and it's nice forechecking by Frederick. Gets him the empty net goal at 18 minutes and 40 seconds. Boston wins 3-0 too. This one over the New Jersey Devils. Boston 26-8-9 with the win. New Jersey 22-16-3 with the loss. Shots on net 16-9 Boston in the first, 10-9 New Jersey in the second, 12-11 New Jersey in the third. Final shots 36-31 Boston. New Jersey goes 0 for 1 on the power play. Boston 1 for 4 on theirs. Hits were 26-22 Boston. Nico Dawes 33 saves on 35 shots. He's a good goalie. And Swayman 31 saves for the shutout. So again, another goalie that was great today. All right, next up, Vancouver and Columbus. And I mean, this one makes you nervous, right? This is the 7th game of a road trip. And then the fact, too, they couldn't fly to Buffalo. They have to go fly out of Toronto. A lot of miles for the Canucks. And I think Columbus did a really good job today, too. So I'm not taking anything away from Columbus. DeSmith versus Elvis in this one. Good Canucks forecheck. The shots are 3-0 Vancouver 2 minutes in. We get a power play for Vancouver. Near miss for Brock Besser during that. That's killed off. Myers has a shot that's held after. And then Miller. It's kind of a floater from the point that deflects in. JT Miller with the goal from Zadorov and Pettersson at 5:28. But on their first shot, Columbus scores. It is Chinakhov from Goudreau at 5:55. And then Columbus presses for the lead. We get a power play for Columbus. That's killed off. Columbus presses with 6 minutes left. But then on a great pass by Teddy Bluger, Garland restores the lead for Vancouver. That's at 14:54. Columbus presses for response. Canucks have a 2-on-1 that gets broken up. There's a press by Vancouver to close it. They're up 2-1 after 1. Second period, shots are 4-3 Columbus at 2.5 minutes. They end up getting themselves a power play out of it, and they score on it. It's Voronkov from Boquist and Goudreau at 3:28. The Canucks having trouble with turning over the puck. They end up getting a power play, though, and they score on it to restore the lead again. Pettersson scores that one from Miller and Hughes at 7:35. Columbus, though, they do press at the half. We get a power play for the Canucks. That's killed off. 3:36 left. Columbus with a power play. Voronkov gets denied. The rebound's held. Power play's killed off, but then Columbus gets another. Marchenko tries to bank one in. So going into the third period, there's a 24-second power play still there for Columbus. Canucks finish the kill. There's a press by Vancouver 4 minutes in. Pettersson has a net feed. That's picked off. Shots are 3 apiece 9 minutes in. Jackets press and they score. At 10:57, it's Voronkov from Roslovic. Roslovic doing a good job forechecking behind the net, and Voronkov puts it in from the side of the net. Columbus presses with 5 minutes left, but we end up going to overtime. In the overtime, Columbus controls early. Chinakhov gets denied. Canucks have a 2-on-1 that misfires. The Canucks have a power play in overtime. It lasts 40 seconds and then becomes Columbus 4-on-4 or 3-on-3, and then a 4-on-3 power play overtime. Both of them, so then becomes 3-on-3. So yeah, Sillinger's robbed during the power play that follows. We go to a shootout. In round 4, it's Marchenko with the winner. Columbus wins this one 4-3 in the shootout. 14-21-9 is the record. Vancouver 29-11-4 with the shootout loss. Hey, 5-1-1 road trip. I think most Canuck fans will take it. Shots on net 14-8 Vancouver in the first, 22-10 Columbus in the second, 7-5 Columbus in the third, 4-1 Columbus in the overtime. I do think the Canucks are kind of out of gas in this one. Shots 41-30 for Columbus. Power plays, Vancouver 1 for 4, Columbus 1 for 5. The hits 18-15 Columbus. DeSmith 38 saves on 41 shots. He was very good. Merzlikins 27 saves on 30 shots at the other end. All right, next up. Anaheim and Florida. This is a bit of a surprise too, so you'll notice that the teams that I talked about being hot didn't win today. So I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Gibson versus Stolars in this one. Dag nabbit, hockey guy, you jinxing powers. The Panthers press at 1.5 minutes. The shots are only 1 apiece, 4 minutes in. We get a power play though for Florida and they score on it. It's Bennett scoring at 8:29 from Rodriguez and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. The shots are 6-2 Florida with 8 minutes left. Good forechecking by the Panthers as well. With 3:36 left, though, the Ducks get a power play that leads to a goal by Florida. It's Reinhart shorthanded from Mikkola, who had a really nice rush to set it up at 17:35. It's 2-0 Florida. Panthers then finish the kill. So shorthanded goal, Ducks don't score. It's 2-0 Florida. It looks like this might be a laugher. But at 19:57, just before the whistle or the horn, Killorn scores from Henrique. So it's 2-1 Florida after one. Second period, early jump for the Ducks. They press. They're kept to the outside, though. Terry can't bury one. We get a power play for the Panthers, and the Ducks decide, hey, turnabout's fair play. They score shorthanded as well. It's Henrique from Vetrano at 5:24. We then end up with 40 seconds of 4-on-4 before it's a Ducks power play. Things get more pushy. There's more 4-on-4. Things get pushed and hauled by Gibson, and during their power play, Florida scores. It's Verhaeghe from Montour and Barkov at 9:36. He fires that one past a screen. Ducks go back to the power play. That's killed off. The Ducks press after, but on a 2-on-1 rush, Bennett restores the 2-goal lead for the Florida Panthers. Tkachuk and Verhaeghe with the assists at 12:49. So again, it looks like they've survived this scare, and Florida's back in charge. Rodriguez loses the handle on a breakaway, and then Silverberg scores from Carrick at 14:58. That's his first goal since 1958. Power play then for the Ducks. That was killed off as well. We get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 because everybody got penalized all the time in this game. So after 2 periods of play in a very chippy game, it's 4-3 for Florida. Third period, there's a post for Lockwood, and then Terry, top shelf on a net drive. He ties the game. Lacombe with the assist at 3:45 makes it 4-4. Shots are 7-2 for Anaheim at 7.5 minutes. Kudos to the Ducks on coming out and dictating things in the third period in Florida. Not usually something you see. It does change before the period's out, but still impressive start to the period. There's a shoulder save on Verhaeghe and a hold out of that. Verhaeghe then has a one-timer that's held as Verhaeghe's trying to figure out how to solve John Gibson in the third period. Things get punchy with 6:33 left, so we go to 4-on-4. Things get punchy with 3:04 left. I don't think there was any penalties out of that one. So we go to overtime, where I would assume there's a lot more punching. At any rate, Panthers control early, but 48 seconds in, Anaheim, after stealing the puck and rushing the other way. Killorn scores from Vetrano. He gets that one from the slot. And Anaheim, a shocker, wins in Florida 5-4 in overtime. They go to 15-27-1 with the win. Florida 27-13-3 with the overtime loss. Shots on net, 11-5 Florida in the first, 11-10 Florida in the second, 11-9 Florida in the third. They love the number 11. Shots in the overtime, 2-1 for Anaheim, including the shot that matters. Final shots, 34-26 Florida. Power plays, the Ducks 0-5, Florida 2-4. The hits, 18-14 Anaheim. Gibson saved 30 out of 34, and Stolarz 21 saves on 26 shots against his former team. All right, moving along. Last game on the board is Seattle and Pittsburgh. And of course, Seattle was going for a 10-game winning streak. You wouldn't have known it by watching this game. In fact, you would have thought, hey, Pittsburgh's playing pretty well this year. So it's Decord versus Jarry. Strong start for the Pens. Cartier has a net drive that's saved, but the shots are 4-2 for the Penguins 3 minutes in. Pressed by the Penguins at 4.5 minutes. Joseph has a shot that deflects high. Penguins had a 3-on-2 that misfires. Pressed by the Penguins again with 9 minutes left. Power play for Pittsburgh. That's killed off. With 4 minutes left, there's more Penguins pressure, but it remains scoreless after one. I was starting to wonder at points during this, like, I don't think I'm going to need goal magnets today. Second period, early on, I did need a couple of goal magnets. First at 40 seconds, it's O'Connor from Rust and Malkin. And then at 3:32, after a good press and a cycle, Crosby scores from Letang and Raquel. So it's 2-0 Pittsburgh at that point. And then the shots are 5-1 Pittsburgh, 5.5 minutes in. So they're really dictating the play at this stage. Pressed by the Pens at 7 minutes. They're the far more aggressive team, and they were faster to pucks as well. Again, Seattle, much like Vancouver, it feels like this has just been a long, long run for Seattle, and they just looked kind of out of gas at some points today. Power play for Seattle, that's killed off. Evans with the net feed, that deflects out. Crossbar and out for Eberle, so there were opportunities for Seattle. And then Evans has a screenshot that's held, so Riker Evans with a pretty good second period, but it's 2-0 Pittsburgh after 40 minutes. Third period, Kraken have a 2-on-1 that's defended. Tolvanen has a shot, that deflects out. Pettersson with the tip shot, that's held. We get a power play for Seattle. McCann has a shot that's held. That power play ends up being killed off by Pittsburgh. Pretty strong day for the Penguins. Shots are 4 apiece at 7 minutes. We get a power play for the Penguins. Pretty aggressive kill by Seattle. They do kill that off. Penguins press after it's done. Kraken not getting to the net very much at this stage. McCann fires one high from the slot, and then they pull the goalie in the empty netter at 17:39 is Crosby from Merkel and Carlson. 3-0 win. There's the other Tony the Tiger Magnet. The Penguins go to 21-15-6 with the win. With the loss, Seattle drops to 19-15-9 on the year. Shots on net, 12-6 Pittsburgh in the first, 12-9 Pittsburgh in the second, 9-7 Pittsburgh in the third. Final shots, 33-22 in favor of the Penguins. Power plays, both teams 0 for 2. The hits, 21-12 for Seattle. Decord saves 30 out of 32. He had a very good game. That's 3 goalies on this board that had, well, 4 goalies that had really good games in losses, if you include DeSmith. Jari, 22 saves for the shutout. So it's been a day of goalies so far, and there's only 1 goal on the game behind this on this board behind me, which is LA and Carolina. And of course, there's 4 more later starts coming up, but now I only have to worry about reviewing 5 games from here. It is a weird Monday because Martin Luther King Day. All right, thank you guys so much for all your support. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on any of these games. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because you don't want to hurt my feelings. All right, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.